Okay, so this video is about drugs. All right, so when I was growing up, and even to the age that I am now, I tangled with a little bit this and that, only to fill a void that I had. Like a lot of people out here in the world, we all have crutches or voids or escapes that we need to feel or cover up or whatever the case is. We all have problems that we have to try to cover up. So I see a lot of people out there, including myself, but again, mine was a void. For the ones who use drugs and alcohol or whatever for an escape, Jesus is our escape. So we don't really need to use those things to escape, because if we use the things of the world to escape, to help us escape, we only going to escape until we become sober, and then the problem is still going to be there. So then you back to smoking and drinking or doing whatever you're doing, and then that's going to be a repeated cycle. So now, not only are you being induced with all of this, clouded with all of this stuff in your mind and your body, but the people are making money off of your problems. The more problems you have, the more money the industries are going to make off of you, because you're going to keep buying a product. So really, it's not an escape. If you're out there trying to escape, because a lot of people do that. Even including cigarettes. Some people will go out and smoke because they feel like, oh, I'm stressed out, let me smoke a cigarette. Okay, but in the same process, okay, in the same sense though, of you smoking that cigarette, you gaining cancer, or you can't breathe right anymore. Also, you can remove your stress, but now you have stress, because the stress is not going to go away because of that cigarette. So now you got the stress, you got cancer, and now you got breathing problems. So I'm just showing you how we thinking these things are helping when it really isn't. And Jesus, our only healer, our only helper, to remove all of these things that we're going through. And it's hard for us to figure that out, because we've been doing these things on our own, and we don't know any other way. So that's Dr. Evil's way of trying to pull us in, letting us think we don't have another way. Okay, but and then also on top of all of that, the ones who have stress, okay, now you paying a psychiatrist, a psychologist, to help you with your problems. So now you might be smoking cigarettes, smoking this, and drinking that, and all that, and plus seeing a doctor for it, and your problems still don't seem to go away. And then, so like when I was saying like mine's is a void, is because I used to do all those things, smoke and then drink and then do this and that, but mine's was just a pastime, because I try not to cover up my problems. I try not to have problems like that. If I do, I always talk to the Father ever since I can remember. But I don't know if I prayed to him in such a way to remove the things that I was going through. I think I just covered it up with my mind. How you could block things out. I think that was my way of doing things. But far as me doing those certain type of activities, or recreational type things, I I just used it as a void, because I didn't have anything else to do. So now that I have so much to do, I mean, the world is full of things to do. I'm into sports. I can do this and I can do that. I can do that. So that's all I needed, to fill my void. I was just empty. It was like I was made for more, and I wasn't getting fulfilled. So I used those things to cover up my void, to fill that hole. But once the Father opened my eyes and said, "Come with me," I was happy to put everything aside. Well, he the one that removed it. I can't say I did anything on my own. He was the one who removed everything. He showed me what the other side looked like. Well, I ain't gonna say the other side, but he showed me what he had planned for me, like a little glimpse into it, a little window. I peeked through the window, and he showed me what was inside, and I was like, okay, I don't need this stuff. I got something to do now. So that's why I'm out here doing this, and I love doing it, and I don't need anything to get me along, because I have Jesus to get me along. So Jesus is my drug. He is the one that fills my void. He is the one that gives me that high, because the high is the Holy Spirit. If anyone have ever felt the Holy Spirit, I hear a lot of people say, oh yeah, the Holy Spirit said this and did that. But to me, and I'm not putting no one else down, I'm just speaking from my own experience, because I felt it a couple of times. I know the Holy Spirit was always inside of people who, have that clean heart and everything. Well, I believe the Holy Spirit is inside of everybody. The Holy Spirit is buried in some people who got a lot of other stuff placed on top of him. But because I had to get clean in order to feel the Spirit. So, so when I feel it, it's like it gives me a high. Just like that day I said, we was helping people out at the pantry and everything, and everybody came. It was such a high. I was just so happy with what I was doing. I was just happy to see everybody else happy. We was helping one another. It was so many people that showed up, so many people that was out volunteering, helping one another. It was such a beautiful feeling. And I also had, when I first started this journey, being woke, where the Father woke me up. That was the first time I felt the Holy Spirit. It was something. I was looking up in the sky, and all of a sudden I just got this feeling over me. It was just such like a beautiful, joyous feeling. So to me, that's what the Holy Spirit is. You have that beautiful feeling on the inside of you, And so so Jesus is my high and my drug. So yeah, I'm gonna get high on Jesus, and yeah. Because, just like with somebody drinking or something, how some people could be happy and this and that, and they feel funny, Yeah, that's how I feel too when I see how Jesus is working in my life and in other people's lives. And yeah, so yeah, he definitely is my drug. And I'm just letting you know that he can be your drug too as well. Uh, so yeah. It was something else I was gonna say about yeah, it was something else I was gonna say, and I kind of forgot about him being my drug, or me feeling his high, or he making me high with his beautiful ways and everything. I'm sorry, I was looking at birds and trying to think at the same time, and trying to see something bit me back here, so I was trying to do like 3 different things, trying to think, look, and then feel at the same time. All right, so if I remember the other thing, I'll put it on the other video. So thank you for listening, watching. Goodbye.